Hello, my name is Vincent Creel, Public Affairs Manager for the City of Biloxi. I am here to give today's report from the City of Biloxi for Tuesday, March 31st. We're recording this at 4:45 in the afternoon. The big news today is that the City of Biloxi is going to be implementing a curfew that will begin Thursday night at 11 o'clock and will run till 5 in the morning. In addition to that, the City of Biloxi has announced that a number of other businesses will be closing as a result of Mayor Gillich's new emergency declaration. The first thing I want to do before we get to John Miller to give the ins and outs of a curfew is I want to run these numbers that the mayor has been watching for the past 2 weeks. The numbers from today are there are 937 positives throughout the state of Mississippi for the coronavirus. That number, 937, is 90 up from yesterday. On Monday, the numbers were 89 up, and the day before that, they were 95 up. Chief John Miller joins us now. Chief Miller, you and the mayor have been preaching the same message that you wanted people to stay home, don't travel unless you have to. Now it seems that we're taking another step.
Well, I think we're having to take another step. You know, like you said, we preached that message, and I'm going to be honest with you, the majority of folks seem to be following the message, but there are some that aren't.
Mayor Gillich was serious when he told me that he believes 95% of the people are following the advice that they're getting. But I know that you're still seeing things out there, and I guess that is what has led to this curfew.
I think that has a lot to do with it, yes. I think the curfew is going to help us also with commercial burglary. You know, we've preached that. We have a burglary team that's going around keeping an eye on all the closed businesses, and I think this is going to help us with that also.
In addition to that, you've been having to look for crowds, and it amazes me you still having to look for crowds.
Well, and we're not having to look hard. We're finding them, and again, they usually are dispersed when we ask them to. And again, we're just trying to remind them what's going on and how detrimental it is to their health and other folks' health that they not get in those groups. But we're still seeing it, and we're still having to ask people daily to break up the large groups.
Now, in addition to the curfew, and we're going to get back to that in a minute, a number of businesses are going to be closing under this new order. What are they?
Oh, there's several of them. Let's see, there's tattoo parlors, or tattoo businesses,
nail salons,
hair salons,
barbershops,
gyms. There's a couple of more.
Now, another thing people have asked about, what about a restaurant? Explain that there's no seating at a restaurant.
That's right. The restaurant can be open for business, and this has been this way since the first order. They can be open for business, and that business has to be carry out, pickup, or delivery. They can't have seating, and they can't have a lot of folks were having seating, and they would say the seating is here, you know, for them to wait for their food to get ready. Well, we can't have that. No seating, and it says that in the order. So you come in, you pick up your order, and you leave.
Your best thing would be to call up. And the mayor has said, he's been here in Studio B 5 million times and said, please do everything you can by the phone or on email or go to a website.
You know, that just makes good sense. And I think most of the businesses, most of the restaurants that are trying to stay in business, you know, this way, agree. They believe this is the right thing to do, and most of them will bring it out to your car.
Now, I keep using the analogy of a hurricane and how we prepare for a hurricane. So this curfew is not unlike anything people have seen before.
It's really not. It's about the same thing. A curfew is a curfew. We have had some calls, and you know, when you put together an order like this, certainly common sense has to come into play. You can't foresee everything, right? So we've had some calls from folks like folks that want to know, is it okay for them to go out and take care of an elderly person that they like, give them their medications late at night or what? Certainly, common sense, that is fine to go do that. We've had some that have called about their job. You know, how do I get back and forth to work? If you're still employed at a business that's still open, you are free to go to work and come home. If you get stopped, just tell them where you're going, and everything's good.
A lot of people are just, it seems like they're at a quandary and they worry about this, but it's really nothing we haven't seen before.
No, it's nothing we haven't seen before. And you know, we're not out there just trying to hound everybody that's going to be out after 11 o'clock till 5 in the morning. That's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is to keep people home. If you have a legitimate need to be out, you're not going to catch any problems from the police department.
The exact executive order or emergency declaration is on the city's website. If you haven't done this yet, I ask you to do it, please. Go to the city's website at biloxi.ms.us. You can read the entire order there. While you're there, please sign up for B-Mail. And when you're signing up for B-Mail, I also want to ask you to please sign up for our texting service. What you want to do is go to your cell phone right now and to 888-777, text Biloxi. That's Biloxi to 888-777. What's the biggest thing people need to know about this curfew? Stay home?
Stay home. The biggest thing is to stay home.
And if you're out there on the road, what could happen?
If you're out on the road, you could very well get stopped by a law enforcement officer. And if you're out for a legitimate reason, then again, you're not going to have any problems with law enforcement. If you're not out for a legitimate reason, you may have some issues.
Okay, John, thank you very much. And is there anything that we didn't cover here?
I think we did.
It's pretty much the same message
really
as
is.
we've said every day. Say it again.
Right.
Stay home.
Stay home.
Thank you.